That was funny. As soon as I started, I got a phone call, and don't know the number. Had to say bye. I guess we'll find out who it was after. Who knows? Huh. Taking a little bit to get the numbers up here. Hopefully. I get the phone down a little lower. Hey, Mayor. Hey, what do you believe? I got the phone a little lower today because I don't want it to get overheated like it did the last time sitting up in the windows. A lot of pretty hot out, so you know how it is here in Texas. How's everybody doing? It's quite a bit hot, and I'm thinking it's going to be pretty hot Saturday, which should be interesting. Hey, Bear Art. Hey, Eggman. Hey, Tracy. I think it's going to be hot this Saturday. Eric's supposed to go to the farm. He's supposed to bring a friend with him. We're supposed to go to the farm with my son, Gavin. Should be interesting, especially dealing with the kind of heat and the fact that it's only going to get into the high 80s at night. So probably all be crammed in a camper with AC on. Don't know. We'll see. Hey, David. How's it going? And normally I start a few minutes early, but I had lunch at the office, so I had to eat lunch quickly and then head out to the vehicle and then drive over to my favorite spot. This seems to be the spot where we're getting the best coverage. Not too many problems here. Hey, Dom. How's it going? Welcome back from your vacation. Lucky. I'm going to be heading... well, I can say this now because someone isn't in the chat. I'm going to actually... It's glitchy, really. I'm getting no problems at this end. That's kind of weird. I'm looking at the signal and everything is fine. Everybody else having a problem? It's not glitchy. I didn't think it was, but who knows. Sovereign, how's it going? So, anyway, going to be... yeah, I know, Dom. That's how I feel. We actually switched. We were supposed to go camping for our vacation this year, but we switched because we haven't been to the ocean in 2 years, and I missed surfing last year, and I really don't. It's not where I'm going. It's not like we can surf, but we're going to at least be in the ocean. Hey, Cam. Hey, Pastry. So what we're going to do is we're going to be spending a couple of days in Houston because we want to go to the zoo and go to the aquarium and stuff like that. And then we'll go down to the beach and spend a couple of days there. So, no one say anything to Brazil because I'm going to mess with her while I'm there. I'm not. I was just going to say, hey, I'm in Houston. Of course. I don't know how many other bears do we have in Houston area. But it might be a cool time to do a meetup with some of them. Who knows? I'm infecting everyone with the howdy virus. Well, it's a good virus, Mayor. I like that. Yeah, everybody's using it. Howdy, howdy. You know, we've been seeing a lot happening in, even in the community, even in, our whole beer community. Is there a shot for that? No. Anyway, what I'm noticing, and I've said this before, and I've done streams on it before about people that self-segregate. But what I notice is people that their segregation has a migration, almost like a term limit. So that's and what I notice is it seems like people hang out in one group for a certain amount of time and then they'll migrate over to another one. Hey, Kodiak. So that I mean, just observe it. It happens a lot and it's funny because here's one. There's a lot of people that, and I've seen this happen, that live a leftist, I just want to get along lifestyle until voting time comes. And then they will migrate over to a different ideology. It's pretty much a fake ideology. Hey, Honky. So I wanted to start talking about... Yeah, thanks, Kodiak. I wanted to talk about how we segregate ourselves. We've talked about this in the chat. We talked a little yesterday about it. I guess segregating ourselves is good. I mean, it has some bad points, but it has some good points. I guess the good point would be, what do you segregate yourself by? Do you segregate yourself according to something superficial? Skin color? Looks? I have a friend that told me that she went to her friend's party at her house, and her husband was such a control freak that there were certain people that weren't allowed at this party because they weren't good enough looking, and he didn't want to have ugly people at his house. Besides the obvious fact that this guy's not a very good person. That's a way think about it. Do the Kardashians hang around with what they deem as ugly people? Does, the entourage that goes along with the entourage with someone along the lines of some of the singers, the famous singers? Yeah, I know, Bear Art. Well, I guess beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Hey, look, Kanye West is not an ugly man. I mean, let's just face it. The guy's not an ugly man. He can be a goofball, but he's not an ugly man. Okay? Well, who can think of some of the entourages? Yeah, thanks, Dom. Some of the entourages that are out there, they have a bunch of people that agree with them, and they flock to them, and they follow them wherever they go. Hey, Fred. So, like Taylor Swift, a very famous entourage follows that woman. Hey, Kratom. Hey, Debbie, how you doing? You're not that late. Oh, yeah, Mama. Yeah, same to you. I love it. I think that's a bear flipping me off with both hands. That's what it looks like. Hey, Feather. Okay. So, Taylor Swift has segregated herself around people that help her image, her entourage. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Mama. Her entourage accents her, but, of course, is there to make her, so she's not going to have people that are too pretty. Can't do that, because she wants to make sure that she's the prettiest. You think about that. It's almost an insult when she asked Selena Gomez to be part of her entourage. It was almost like saying, Selena, you're popular enough to help me out, but you're ugly enough to be in my entourage. Think about it. So, what kind of company do we keep? How do we segregate ourselves into groups? The Bears, we consider ourselves, we kind of segregate ourselves according to our love of the First Amendment. We don't like having people around us that don't like the First Amendment. We kind of make fun of them. So think about that. Hi, Andrew. We segregate ourselves into a certain ideology. The ideology isn't necessarily our ideas. It's our ideals. Or the Second Amendment, absolutely, Mama. I have a problem being around people that want to take my guns away. Why would I hang around with them? Kim, I totally understand that. And it's not, there's some friends that I have that don't own that won't own guns, and for certain reasons, but they do not believe in taking away the Second Amendment. But I do have a problem with that, because it's like, well, Well, what if I don't see it coming? I hope you have a gun on you. I like to hang around with people that carry guns. So we do self-segregate ourselves. No one has to. I mean, that was the crazy thing about the 60s, the segregation and all that happened. And I'm like, why did they try to force it? If they had just shut up, we probably would have done it ourselves. I'm sorry you guys are losing and then coming back in and all that, and you're losing the stream, but I'm getting really good signal here, and I'm broadcasting on a very, very low setting. So I hope everything's working okay. Hey, hell yeah. So you need to be a gun owner. Andrew, I hang out with you and you're not a gun owner? Oh, be gone. Be gone. Yeah, I think it's, everybody has been having problems with the stream. People can't connect. People can't, depending on the area. And I truly think that it's not so much a YouTube sticking it to everybody. I really think that it's a bandwidth issue. It's the summer. The kids are off school. Everybody is on the internet. And I really think it's sucking up bandwidth. I think that the infrastructure of the internet can't handle it. And I really think that's it. I'd love to blame YouTube because I don't like them. But, yeah, New World Order, yeah. Anyway, so, getting back to the segregation thing. We have done it within our group of the Bears itself. I mean, think about it. There is a group of many groups with inside. You blame the Amish Field of Bears, okay. Hey, Bisky. There's a group with inside the Bears. And there's a couple of groups that hang out. And it's not that we don't. Kodiak, what are you saying that I'm ignoring? Okay, wait a second. I only hang with people. Guys are saying too much stuff now. I only hang with people that don't have guns, so in the shitty you can take their shekels. Okay. I said this to an SJW once. I said, look, I'd love to have you guys around for when the crap hits the fan. I said, because I need body bags to act as bullet stops. I said, so when you get your butt shot, I'm just going to use you as a blockade. And I said, as a matter of fact, SJWs should come with handles built into them so I could just pick them up and toss them on top of each other and make a barricade. Hey, best answer. But, okay, stack them up. Now, a lot of people segregate themselves according to wealth. Now, someone that wants to learn how to make more money may not necessarily hang out with someone who's poor as much as they would someone who's rich. You guys are trying to squirrel me. I'm fighting you. So sometimes it's finances. Sometimes a lot of things today, people, it is political affiliation that we segregate ourselves by. How often do you see a leftist and a right-wing guy friends? How often? It's hard. It's hard to be friends. I dated an SJW. Not easy. Not easy. And I don't care how good all the extracurricular activity is. It's not worth it. And it's not, no, you just don't sell yourself out. Okay? I don't like being friends with lunatics either. Well, Bear Art, you say very liberal. I'm liberal. I'm just not a leftist. I like freedom. That's what the classic example of liberal is. Now, here's the thing. Joe Rogan hangs around with everybody, and he only calls people out on certain things. SJW is social justice warrior. Social justice warrior. Okay? So I've hung out with them before. The problem is, if they are true leftists, they're not going to want to hear your opinion on anything. They're just not going to. And I've had this discussion before. They can't handle the opinion. Because if they were open-minded at all and they were willing to listen to you, they probably wouldn't come in. Because think about the ideology of the left. The ideology of the left is, I'm right. If you don't agree with me, you are a hater, a racist, a bigot, and any other friggin' word I can come up with because I have no brain to think on my own. Please give me my list of names I can call you. Because that's what they're getting their barking orders. In a list of names that they can call someone or shout them down. I mean, so they are going to self-segregate themselves into their group. Okay? Yeah, it's the I want. It's not logical. No. Yeah, you work, you get. That's logical. Okay? Okay, that's great. I'm glad. I wanted to bring up the whole dating platforms. Okay? There are Christian single dating platforms. Farmers. Think about this. There's a dating platform for just farmers. But what do? They go through all the list of everything you are, and they try to pair you up with someone that's just there's only that guy. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that squirreled me. You bastard. Anyway. You son of a bitch. Damn it, Dom. Yeah. Dom is truly the squirrel king. There is no one better than Dom at a squirrel. Okay, yeah, Dom for the win. Yep. Damn. Yeah, that's bad. Hey, Pastry. So, trying to get back to where I was. Yeah, he should be Squirrel Bear. That would be the only person I would say should change his name. Yeah, Squirrel Bear. Something else. Okay? And let me tell you something. You notice how the ones that cause trouble hang out together? No getting back to where you were? Yeah. So, we segregate. The left segregates themselves to one side, and they don't want to hear any opposing view. It's funny that the right is willing to have the conversation because they don't segregate themselves to only people that are on the right. What the right tends to do is segregate themselves amongst people who are free speakers, people who want to discuss. Think about that. That is because now if the right segregated themselves to only people that speak on the right, that would make reference to and possibly be because they don't want to talk to anybody on the left. That's the difference. The right wants to talk to people on the left because they want open expression of thoughts. So they're willing to do this. That is probably why the right doesn't segregate themselves to people only on the right. They segregate themselves to people who can talk and wish to engage in a conversation. This is why we have shows that have Rubin, Shapiro, and a few other people at the same time who do not agree on everything, but yet can talk. Okay? They can talk and have a conversation of opposing views. You have someone like Jordan Peterson who can have a conversation with someone who has an opposing view because he wants to engage free thinkers. Okay? And I would say if us as a group segregate ourselves, it's only on the fact that we're free thinkers. Think about it. How many times have we been in a hangout where we have atheists, people that believe in flat earth, we have Christians, we have agnostics, we have Jehovah's Witnesses, all in the same group. We've had people that are gay. It really doesn't matter. As long as you are open to free thinking and having a conversation as a result. That is how we segregate ourselves. There's like levels of it. I mean, superficial segregation is based on skin color. You get a little deeper, it's based on culture. You get a little deeper, it starts to be based on ideology. You get a little deeper, and it's like, hey, if you just have an open mind, we're willing to have a conversation. Let's just talk about anything, whether you agree with me or disagree. You have someone like Dom who wants to talk about anything but the topic. Absolutely, Fred. And you know something? We need to segregate ourselves from him, because he is not a free thinker. Actually, he is, because he's constantly trying to change the subject. But it's through very, 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 very vicious means and how to do it. Hey, Boulder, and you made it with only 10 minutes left. See, that's pretty good. John would be fun to party with. He doesn't party, though. He'd hang out. But he doesn't really party. Like, I guess it would be what your definition of party is, because I don't think Dom is really a drinker. He's not. I don't think so. Yes, Boulder Bear is here. Okay. Boulder is too busy clocking G's. Okay, guys. What kind of people, and just say it, what kind of people do you prefer to hang out with? I want to see everybody just listen. What kind of person do you prefer to hang out with? Because this is the migration of this is where it changes, because it changes according to your mood. Oh, wait a second. I'm missing that. Congregate with libation and other people for the purpose of mutual fun. That's a party. Yeah. Yep. Adults. Yeah, that's a big one, Honky. Yeah, adults. You don't like to hang out with anyone. That's because you're an introvert. Hey, Shayla. Okay. Open-minded. Yeah. With good heart. But you know that changes? See, everybody says that now, and how you segregate yourself right now is based on your mood. Okay? So, let's say you've had a day where you've been completely barraged by people opposing you. God, Mama, really? People opposing you on your point of view all day long. You've been just pounded with people just opposing you on every aspect of your life. When you go to a different, you might want to migrate over to, like, man, I've been getting slammed by people all day long. I just need to hang out with people that agree with me. I don't need to argue with anybody right now. Okay, so you're going to now segregate yourself to someone that has almost the exact beliefs and someone who's not going to argue with you. And maybe if you're feeling froggy, you're going to find yourself in chat rooms or on Facebook pages with people with the complete opposite view, just because you want to fight. So you will literally segregate yourself into a completely different ideology and belief system just because you're feeling froggy. It all depends on your mood. Yeah. Scurry dark places. Yeah. So, but think about it. If you've been, and I know there are bears that are in this chat right now that were just like, whoa. This is just getting too stupid. Too many people just pissing me off right now. I need a break. So you migrate away from that. Maybe it's by yourself. Maybe you just need some space. Yep. It's the whole Cartman, screw you guys, I'm going home. Okay? This happens. So how you segregate yourself does depend on your mood. It depends on the environment that you're in. Okay, you walk into a room and you're the only white person. Okay, we'll just do it this. You're the only white person and the room is filled with all people that are black. Okay. Obviously, you don't have that in common, but you're going to find people that you can talk with, unless you're going to just hide in a corner and segregate yourself from the room completely. Now, of course, it's not going to be color that you're going to find in common. It may be an ideology, finding someone. What are they wearing? Good point, Field of Beard. I'm glad you brought that up. Hey, Barry Happy. What are they wearing? Because let me tell you something, if you're sitting there and you're scanning a room and you're trying to figure out who may think alike, what if they're wearing a Boston Red Sox shirt or a Boston Red Sox hat, and you happen to be wearing a Boston Red Sox hat? There's your conversation starter, boom. You're in there and you're talking. First thing you do is talk about this. Look, we have this in common. Think about this, because this happens. We segregate ourselves in a baseball game. One side likes one side likes the other. Honky, that's, I can't even speak right now after you said that. Honky, don't do that. Don't you do that, brother. There'll be no talking about my beloved Red Sox. Oh, Dom, you piece of crap. Get away from me. Let me tell you something. The Yankees and the Red Sox are the only thing that makes baseball worth watching. Those two teams when they play each other. Because they pull the best out of each team. Every time. They could be the worst teams in the league at the time. And it's like watching the World Series. So, yeah, without the Yankees, I wouldn't even watch baseball anymore. Without the Red Sox, I wouldn't watch baseball. It's got to be the two of them or nothing at all. So, yeah. See, look at that. Look at everybody trying to split off in this group. Think about it. Never heard of her, Kodiak. So that is really a big part of how we segregate ourselves. And we'll talk about sports, and we'll instantly separate ourselves with the team that we like and the other team like. So they're right there, okay? But what if you walked into a room and half the room had T-shirts and jeans on, and the other half had suits on? Now, if you had a suit on, which side of the room would you go to? Think about that. I can't stand the thought of wearing a suit, but truth be told, if I was wearing a suit, it's not because I'm a suit. It's because I was forced to wear one, and I'm going to go hang out with the guys with the jeans and the T-shirts. Just saying. Jeans for sure, absolutely, Dom. The T-shirts, because they're going to be more down to earth. They're going to more likely to have my ideology, more likely to have my belief system, and not have their pretentious ideology shoved so far up their butt that they can't even speak straight. Tribalism, yes, Feather, absolutely. We are a tribalistic world. I mean, come on. We had, if you're Jews, you understand this completely. The 12 tribes of Israel. I mean, come on. So, but think about it. As soon as your ideology, if your ideology does change, you're going to migrate to a group like that. You wear suits all the time? Damn it, Kodiak. Man, if we were hanging out in a room, I'm not sure. I don't know, man. It would have to be like, you know, I wish you could just walk into a room and go like this, raise your hand and go, hey, who are the Second Amendment lovers? Who owns guns? Who likes guns? Okay, that's the group I'm hanging out with. And it really wouldn't matter if you had people wearing suit coats and people wearing sweatpants and a tie-dye shirt. You like guns? I'm there, buddy. You know what I mean? Oh, you want to take guns away? I don't even want to be around you if you are anti-Second Amendment, because I don't want to be around people that want me disarmed and dead. Sorry. I am a lone Tigger. That's really where I'm getting at, people. Is look at how the Bears. I mean, we look at what we do. We have a group of Bears that is so diverse, and the only thing that binds us together is the fact that we love free thinking. We love different ideas. We love. I love talking with someone who thinks completely different than me, but is willing to listen to what I say as much as I'm willing to listen to what they say. You've met some pretty cute anarchists. Guys, you guys are nuts. And guess what time it is? Time flies when you're having fun. Can you believe that 30 minutes has gone by? I spent little time at every strata of society. I've been homeless with bums and failures. I've worked and associated with rich and powerful folks too. Yep. Yeah. And it's funny, you can be around people that are wealthy, millionaires. If they have the same belief system than you, it's easy to hang around with them. It really is. How do you fix it? Why do you... Oh, hell, did I say something was broken? I never said anything was broken. This is not broken. Self-segregating is not a bad thing. As long as you... I mean, because really, who do we segregate ourselves from? People that want to shut us down. And it's only their choice that they segregate themselves from us. Okay? It's their choice. We'd welcome leftists into our group if they could actually have a conversation. And we have people that lean more to the left in our group. Okay? Segregation or discernment? That's a good question. You can discern something about many things about certain people that you know, you could say right away, oh, this person is not going to agree with me. Yeah, people we don't resonate with. So it's not that I'm trying to fix it. Use it as a tool to destroy. Yeah, but the segregation that we only like to hang around with people that are free thinkers. But at the same time, we don't close a door off. We don't close a door off to anybody else. Hey, if you want to be in this group, you can, but you know something? You're probably not going to last too long in this group if you can't be a free thinker. We've had people come to our group and get pissed off because something didn't go their way, and poof, they're gone. This happens. And it's nothing we need to fix. We just need to keep the doors open. You want to come in? Speak. Hang out. Talk. Share. And listen. Okay? See? Dom's pissed off, but he's still here. I mean, it must be tough in society, no pun intended, looking like a troll and being a troll. That's got to be difficult. I mean, not everybody has Dom's hairdo, but it comes with the territory. I mean, because think about it, okay? And I'm going to say this before I shut this thing down. Now, Dom is the ultimate troll. He's very tall. And the reason why they have the hair tuft on top, okay, that big clump of hair, is because when they're under the bridge, it's a sensor system. And they want to make sure that they don't bump their head on the bridge, so they feel their hair scuffing on the bridge. Then he knows he's close to the top, and he doesn't want to bump his head. Because, you know, he's a tall SOB, 6'5". That's a tall guy, okay? So, that's what that hair's for. It's like the little sidewalk sensors on your car. You can tell when you're coming too close to the curbstone. Same thing, when he's under his troll bridge, that's what happens. He brushes that up against there, and he knows he's coming close, and he won't bump his head. There you go. Hey, Sunflower. Guys, on that note, if you really like what you see here, pound that like button on the way out. Hey, veteran. Hit that like button on the way out. And if you really like me, I don't care. You can throw me something in PayPal, but it's not a big deal. I make an okay living. I'll live. But you guys have a great one. Remember, be aware, stay safe. And you know how you do that? by being armed, by being trained. And this Jew tells you that you should protect yourself and your loved ones and the people all around you. God bless everyone.